Guess what I'm eating?
Dick.
Surprise mac and cheese.
No, chicken. It was a trick.
That was a
I
good.
gotcha.
I was thinking Dick Tracy. You know.
I do have Dick Traces.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the 1000 Screaming Goats podcast. My name is Thomas, and joined with me tonight are my elusive detectives, Pete and Derek.
So,
On topic.
I'm just gonna. I don't even know who's weak. This is Ed's? Yeah, this is Ed's topic. I don't even know why I questioned this. We're talking about Batman.
Hell yeah.
Or, I'm sorry. Let me do this first. We're talking about Batman.
Oh, that voice. Absolutely awful.
I agree.
It's just deep man voice. It's Bat Dad voice. That's my favorite version of Batman.
We're talking...
Is Bat Dad.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Now, let me ask. Are we going to be talking about everything Batman that we want to talk about Batman?
That's what I thought.
Or are we talking
Yeah, I'm
just
into
live action Batman?
No,
films?
because I want to talk about my actual all-time favorite Batman.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it may or may not be animated.
So, first of all, let's start with this here.
Wait, and it may or may not be, definitely not be the Batman Samurai movie.
Oh, God.
Okay, sorry.
Let me ask you here. We'll start with you, Pete, because you're awfully quiet, enshrouded in darkness at the moment.
Yeah, he has video up, but it's literally like he turned all lights off.
Sorry,
is the
my
night.
contact's bothering me a little bit.
He is the
I
knight.
thought you were just embodying me. Thought you were just embodying Batman.
Yes.
I must be dark like the darkness.
So let's start with
Alfred the Bat.
Start with,
See, okay, if we're talking about some real shit, because I really like. Can I just talk about the college humor Batman just before we get into anything super serious?
College Humor Batman and ERB Batman.
Yeah, in an order that would surprise you.
A is
The
for
bats!
Alfred.
I get confused easily. A is for Alfred.
B is for bats.
Okay.
Well, I think
Okay,
the main
I'm sorry,
reason
I got
why
caught
they decided that he needs to have a gruff voice in that franchise was because they're like, okay, we're going realistic here. If Bruce Wayne is all over the place, everyone's gonna know what he sounds
you have to
like.
have a different voice.
So you gotta have a different voice. In my mind,
Not like Superman, you can just walk around without glasses.
I know,
you know?
right? I was like, in the back of my mind, I was like, just get a voice changer.
A voice
it's-
modulator.
Yeah,
is
like-
that why? I see some connections being made right now. I see some logical connections being made, and I hate it.
Is it because you're starting to see parts of the reasons why? Okay,
So
let's-
I want to go around, and now before we start talking about like all concession out Batman, I want to start going around, and everybody, can we just talk about our favorite Batmans?
Sure.
Okay.
Batsmans?
Are we talking live?
Pete,
Are
you
we
start.
talking?
Because
are
I
we
want
gonna
Ed to
start
go
with
last because this is
live
gonna make me
action.
cry.
I think he means any iteration.
Yeah,
Like, what's your
yeah,
favorite
in
iteration?
totality.
Animated, non-animated, cartoon.
Okay,
Yeah.
Can-
What is your
to make it
whether
more,
from Adam West to like animated like Justice League? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like I think we should also include if our favorite Batman is not one of the actors, like one of the live action ones. We got to include who our favorite live action one is.
Okay.
I think
can
that's
see.
fair.
Yeah, one from each world. I can see that.
Oh.
That's relatable.
I can start.
Yep.
Yeah, please.
I'll start with my live action one. My live action one's probably Christian Bale. It's not. I guess it's not.
You like scoffed at yourself immediately.
Because
I love
He
this.
could feel the
I love where
sass
this
I
is
was just
going.
giving him. He could feel
Well, no, here's the
the
thing, so it's like-
sassiness I was giving.
yeah, I mean, I was never attached to Michael Keaton's Batman, especially because I didn't grow. I didn't grow up with a movie, whereas I did grow up with the Dark Knight series. And I don't know. I just find it to be. I think it's the movies themselves that tend
Because they're like cinematically like really nice too.
yes, exactly. It just
A
kind of
nice-
like wraps
nice
it all
jump
together
up.
really really well together. It's very cohesive. So,
Well,
I
because
think-
even like the older ones were so like very Hollywoody and very like 2000s esque as well.
yeah. I mean, the Tim Burton one with Michael Keaton, that one, I know for its time, it was very. I'm trying to think of the word. It did a lot. It did a lot for the franchise.
It was newer to it was the newer of the franchise. It was the first time it really got like brought to real life aside from Adam West.
Right.
I was gonna say, was there any like dark tone movies back then, or comic book movies around then? Because that was 89,
Not
right?
really.
In the 80s?
When did 89? That was 89.
What year did Crow come out?
Oh. I don't know. I want to say maybe. I don't know. Let me Google it actually, because that's a good retort. I was like, I don't think anything, but honestly, that's a good statement. I didn't even think about that. Oh, no, wrong year. Sorry. I was like, what the fuck? I got The Crown. I was like, no, that's not. That's not what I want.
Netflix special.
1994.
Oh yeah,
okay.
So that definitely came before. I wonder if it had any inspiration. Probably did. I don't know.
I mean, that was like. I mean, at the same time, would be Edward Scissorhands, right?
Yeah, same director. I mean, at the same time, I don't want to talk out of my ass because again, I'm not too attached to the movies, the Tim Burton movies, so I really can't speak much about them. So, and then when it comes to the Schumacher movies, they were both bad. And when we get
yep, I agree, 100%.
Okay. Yeah, here I'll say my things. I feel weird about the nipple man. The nipple woman and man.
And when we get to Batfleck, it just, I never got into the whole current series. Just it wasn't my thing. So therefore, my only liked live action Batman is Christian Bale.
Okay, fair enough.
I feel that.
We'll get into that topic. I was going to bring something up, but I'll bring it up here in a little bit. Derek, do you want me to go next, or do you want to go next?
I have a question though. Did you watch it? I know we briefly actually had a conversation about the animated shows, or any of the animated shows, because there's multiple, like even like The Killing Joke, like more Joker based.
Yeah,
movies. Have you actually ever watched any of them though?
Okay,
or any
so
of the content?
As a kid, I grew up having the VHS for Phantasm, which was prequel, sequel, I don't know, a little bit of both to Batman the Animated Series. And I actually did not like watching that as a kid.
It's a different tone than a kid would like as well.
kind of. It's more that back when I was that age, those weren't like the cartoons I wanted to be watching. I wanted something a little bit more bright, more cartoony, more zany.
Yeah, I was stupidly watching like Shallon's Showdown.
Yeah, exactly. Shallon Showdown. That's one of the shows I'd watch.
Jackie!
But now as an adult, like
I
don't really find the time to go back and watch those shows. But there's this guy I follow on YouTube called Jay's Reviews. He went and reviewed all of the Batman animated series, and then everything after that for the animated series universe, and that really got me into it. Not enough to make me watch the show, but enough to make me know that's.
Because the content's interesting, but I agree. It's like I don't want to fucking watch I don't want to watch 1,000 episodes of One Piece, but
yeah. So I think that's my favorite. Like out of everything, both movies, TV shows, because I never watched The Batman, which came out I think afterwards, and never watched Brave and the Bold.
It was more of like the end of WB as well.
Yeah, so I mean, that's my answer. Even though I haven't experienced it myself, just through like all the stuff I watched on YouTube, it makes me like that iteration of Batman the most. Okay. And I think it's really cool that the actors came back and voiced their characters in the Arkham Knight series, or the Arkham series for the games.
Oh, I did not know that. Actually.
You didn't know that?
I have never honestly had the opportunity to play any of the Arkham games.
That is a shame.
Kind of regret that. Yeah,
that is a shame.
I was actually, when I fucked up my leg, I was like, maybe I should just like buy Arkham, and like, I don't know.
And they're dirt cheap.
Kind of, I ended up choosing Fallout 4, but I might honestly. It's something that honestly looks so fun, and I've seen so much gameplay, and it looks so fucking badass, and it's like a good like. If we're talking about like a good epitome of what Batman is, Arkham Asylum is like what Batman should be. I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, I guess to have the carryover voice actors, that's really interesting to me. I wouldn't say that I kind of have like a mixed feel about Batman. Not as a bad thing, but I feel like a lot of the times, like the older Tim Burton movies, were very not in the Joel Schumacher. Sorry.
Well, wait.
are all like not focused on Batman really. You know what I'm saying? Like
No, they're not.
He's there, but it's so focused on Gotham and like the villains inside of it. And that's, I would say that as a few of the movies that I enjoy, I do not like the Batman aspect of multiple of these movies, but I really like actors like Jim Carrey just being wild, and like
I don't know
Arnold
about that, my
Schwarzenegger.
friend.
What, you don't like that shit?
No, I don't like that.
It was
shit.
also like the time period too.
That's too much camp, my friend.
Well, when there was like on like, because it was constantly like, I guess when they first came out, they were like constantly on like TBS Superstation.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, and that's like all I ever saw of that.
Gotcha. Wait, so you grew up liking the Schumacher movies?
I wouldn't say liking, but it's just like I like the villains in a lot of the Batman things.
Interesting.
I don't really like how they usually portray Batman.
Sure.
Nor even like if we're going to like the Batman and Robin movie. Like I love George Clooney and shit, but like what the fuck with the nipples? You know what I'm saying? Like why you gotta fucking do that shit? Why you gotta play people like that? Like that's just a goddamn troll in itself. Like I don't know. It was also back in the day too when Jim Carrey really like had his own presence, and now it's just like, oh no, he's in Sonic. Why? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of these actors too, like this is like they're kind of like up and coming, and I agree with Pete. Not to say that I don't care for Ben Affleck, but I think the newer generation DC movies are quite trash. I know that they're kind of like trying to like recoup themselves now, but there's definitely just been a good gap that it's kind of trash. So honestly, I'm defaulting to I like Christian Bale the best.
Yeah.
But if
Fair
we're
enough.
talking about
I
anything
really
else?
think I really think the people that like the Tim Burton movies, I think they like him more. I think they like him out of nostalgia.
Well, I was gonna
really
say it's also like I was saying to Ed before this too. Like honestly, I feel like if I watched all these movies right now, so many of them would fucking not hold up at all. Like I was watching Creepshow the other day. The first like 10 minutes had some like Indian guy in it, and it was just some white ass like bitch wife just like, you people, like 18 times. It's like watching The Man Show in 2022. It just doesn't hold up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just like the cinematography and everything that's going on with the movies. It's atrocious now. But you know, at the time it was like fun and it's very wild, and they're trying to like capture that like cartoony kind of perception of things, and it's totally understandable. But it's like, god fucking damn. But in totality, my hands down favorite Batman is not a Bruce Wayne, but Terry McGinnis from Batman Beyond. And even from that, that actually probably, in my personal opinion, has the most badass Bruce Wayne. That is an old motherfucker still fucking shit up.
Right.
Like he does what he fucking has to do, but that shit's fucking I'm assuming fucking straight sequel from the Batman, like same animators and everything, like, but I don't know. That shit was just so nice because it was like kind of like throwing more of one of my favorite superheroes, which would be Spider-Man, kind of into a quirky kind of character instead of this like hard grunged asshole that's like dark bats, justice, like.
Have you ever seen the entirety of Batman animated series?
Not in full. I unfortunately watched a lot of it through Toonami, and I've watched a lot of the movies, which are also same thing. Like some of the more darker movies, though, like fucking, like there were scenes that were taken out for Toonami late night because, like, the scene, I can't even remember which fucking Batman movie it was, but it was the Joker had like gassed, I believe, future Red Hood, the like while he was Robin, to like turn him into a future Joker to like have him kill Batman, and in the end he like there was like some fucked up shit and he was just aggressively trying to fucking kill Batman while he's just like pouring tears out of his fucking face, like, yo.
Wait, that was actually a really powerful. That was
I can actually
the Return of the Joker.
Are you talking about Batman Beyond?
No, this is the Batman movie spinoff.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
but it was a Batman Beyond movie. It was Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought that's the movie he was. Is that the movie you're referring to?
Yes, definitely. I couldn't remember the name.
Okay,
I literally just looked it up as you said that too.
It is
Gotcha.
such a good
that
film.
that one takes pretty sure that takes place in the in that whole animated universe. Like it didn't yeah.
But it's exactly that. Like I really enjoyed that side of things. I feel like just representing Batman in a physical live action way a lot of the time really crashes the character. Because it's like this dark, shroudy mist of an individual, and it's just like then you see this big hulking motherfucker or like whoever it's sort in like this big bulky suit, and it just I feel like it just doesn't format very well.
I think also what helps is continuity and the fact that these things are like long running and they have so many episodes and so many ways to like build up the character and you know, and the thing about the animated show is
there's
like
consistency.
if you watch it, there's consistency and there's character building and there's actually genuine character building and character changes.
I was honestly just saying this like, before because I was like literally from Adam West being the wildy motherfucker to like, you know what I'm saying, like a overly serious Christian Bale to Pyro-Man Batman, like, you know what I'm saying, like I don't even care what the fuck it is, just it's just such a populated thing and a populated concept, like obviously like Batman's fucking culture at this point, like, but it's just there's so many variants and there's so many spin-offs and there's so many side things, like it's like I don't know, anything that becomes super popular just there's just too many variations of one thing and it can really corrupt what the image is. Like I would honestly say that they did the same thing with Deadpool, with like, because he was such more of a super dark character in comics. Like, yes, it's humor and it's funny, but it's much darker, R-rated funny.
Very dark humor.
And it's understandable because you can't really bring a lot of that to TV. Like, it's like really kind of fucked up. But you know, like I like the freakazoid that of a character that has become Deadpool, but it's exactly that. You have to monetize for certain like formats and shit like that too. So certain things I feel like just can't be brought over. It's like talking about this might be a stretch, but it's like certain things like bringing a manga to like a live action. It's just like you have something that you like
again,
flip the page
I
to
feel
be
like
oh, that's really crazy. Like even in a comic book, like you have a lead up to a build to being like flip the page to this crazy scene.
Well, and what I was gonna say is, I feel like there's some things that you just don't make movies. Like, you need the long form content. You need the time to tell a story. And when you try to shove it all into a 2 to 3 hour movie, you know the pacing is all fucked up. You don't give time for like proper character growth and character relationships. And
So
stuff
welcome,
like that. So
which is
that's
I
why
think
I'm
actually
I'm more of a TV show kind of a person than I am a movie person.
which is part of the reason why you see more and more of these things going into streaming.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, look at the Daredevil series, for crying out loud. Movies wise, it didn't work, but like when you factor it and throw it into a series, a streaming series, it works very well. And that's part of the reason why you got like Hawkeye. That worked very well on that. Yeah, and you get more views and everything. But like, if you were to throw them into a movie, like as a side character, they work. But like, if you try to do that whole series as a movie, there's a lot that gets cut out, and it just doesn't make sense.
It's whether you cut in or like you don't. I'm dying over here. Whether you like don't have enough or like have too much. It's a matter of. So I'm gonna go back here. Welcome to the We Talk About. Oh God, why can I not talk today? Welcome to the We Talk About Berserk pretty much every episode. But you know, comparison. Why can I really not talk? Comparing the manga to like the anime or like even the cell shade is just like the same thing. It's just like certain things like you don't even see how pretty Guts's outfit is like in any of the like anime at all. But like in the fucking manga, you see that like beautiful full fucking bodied suit constantly, and it's like so beautifully animated. Like I don't know. It's the same thing.
Drawn. Illustrated.
Words today are my problem. But it's the same thing. Like a lot of the like aggressive, dark Batman from the comics, or like detective, whatever you want to consider it. Even like the older stuff. Like it went from like semi lighthearted to like really dark and kind of gruesome. And like you know that was just like kind of the raw grit, of DC Comics at the time. That's just what they did. I mean, I believe. Who the fuck even did Batman at the time? It wasn't Kirby or anything, was it?
Kirby was Marvel.
Well, Jack Kirby kind of did a little bit of both.
Yeah. But either or, it's like it's just like
I'm not too
just
familiar.
seeing like some like crazy detail in a fist as he's like holding up like a just some shit with his like hand covered in blood and all this other crazy shit. And then you get to the fucking live action, you just see this bulky ass suit and some guy like I bet you squeak with every fucking step, dude. Like but on the talk about big bulky suits, Ed, what's talk to us.
So my all-time favorite Batman film, if we're going animated, it is Batman Under the Red Hood
Okay.
with
I think I've seen
with
that
Jensen Ackles as the voice actor for Red Hood.
I haven't seen that.
I
in a
also just
long
really
time.
like the story of Red Hood in general.
I agree.
And if we're talking live action, I'm in the minority here. Ben Affleck, Batfleck.
What a fucking weirdo.
I personally feel
Fucking nerd.
that out of all the live action adaptations, he actually does an incredibly well done job at playing a Batman who no longer wants to be Batman, who doesn't care about, like, who doesn't have.
But that's
empathy.
just Ben Affleck
Who
just not
doesn't-
giving a fuck.
Well, what I mean is, like, he's
It's like I've been acting for 50
He
years.
did have a
I'm fucking
miserable
out of
time
it.
filming those
this.
movies, right?
I mean, like, this is a
Sorry.
Batman who has lost Robin, and has immediately after that quit until Superman it comes out and Metropolis is destroyed. He lost his a lot of people that he cared about from his job, from his company, and it's one of those things where he's like, I need to be Batman again, and this time there's no mercy, and he's a no mercy Batman.
And this time
And-
I'll be Iron Man. Okay,
Well,
sorry.
okay. The whole thing about the power
I
suit
know, because
is
fucking Superman, because he's an
he has to
overpowered
fight
little
Superman.
bitch.
Exactly.
I just always
Does he though? Does he have to fight
see. That's what I'm
Batman?
saying. There's no reason
They
for
have to
that.
fight
Superman.
It's like
They do
it's like a
fight.
stupid comic
have to?
spin-off that DC was just trying really hard. And I you know that I fucking hate Superman more than any superhero. And I hate this new Superman actor. Like, he looks like a fucking nerd.
Oh, what?
It looks like a goddamn nerd.
No, Henry Cavill's cool,
I'm not
dude.
saying- I'm
Henry
not saying that I
Cavill's
don't like
cool.
him as
I
an
like
actor.
Henry Cavill.
Cavill
I
is,
just
is,
hate-
is really cool.
Did I really?
That's what
I
you
meant
just said!
More of like,
Yes,
I
you
made.
did.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I'm taking
yeah.
that back. I don't hate him as an actor. I just don't like him as Superman. I just don't know why. It's just like, it's just.
It's the writing of the character.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
In those situations, I don't blame the
Yeah, no,
actor.
you're
I
not, well,
blame
it's the same
director
thing
and
like
writer.
that. Like, I don't like Scarlett Johansson and fucking as fucking. God damn it.
Well,
But, like,
no,
she's not a bad
and the same thing
actress.
goes for me.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't like Black Widow. I don't like
It's
Black
just
Widow.
The
It's
director
not,
and
ScarJo. I
how
don't like
she's
it. I
being
don't like
told
Black
to
Widow.
act. And it's just unfortunate because it's like, I don't know. It's just a lot of movies nowadays as well, and like that's the unfortunate side of everything that's happening. And like I said, DC is really trying with, and I have not seen, but I really want to watch it because it sounds fucking stupid. But it's just DC's trying to keep up with Disney right now, and Marvel, quote unquote, just Disney. But like with the comedic stitch of things, you know, like so. Seeing Peacemaker now is just like really funny and entertaining, and I can't
Oh my
wait to
God,
actually
Peacemaker
watch it
is amazing.
because it looks very entertaining.
What? You
No,
haven't
I haven't
seen
watched
it?
yet. I've been playing too much Fallout and Lost Ark.
Oh my God, it is.
But I like it's the same
a
thing. Honestly,
fantastic show. I
actually
love
though, I hate to say this, I've been binging the fuck out of Bar Rescue.
I mean, that is a good show.
Oh,
to
you know what?
binge.
I do that. I binge Hell's Kitchen Nightmares all the time, so I know that. Sometimes I will go for hours
I'll do
just
that
watching
shit. Yeah, on
clips
YouTube.
of Kitchen
Yeah.
Nightmares.
Yeah,
Not even
so
full
do I.
episodes, literally just compilation clips.
I secretly did like the ultimate compilation of Bar Rescue, and I was just like, okay, now I need to fucking watch it. And then I was like, oh, there's new episodes on. So that's really
Yeah, I don't
secretly
have
what I've been
Paramount
doing
Plus,
with my
so
time.
I can't watch
That's
it.
fine. I mean, honestly, like the only really
Peasant.
good thing on Paramount Plus is like Guy Code, Girl Code, SpongeBob, Avatar, random trash shows.
But yeah, so Ben Affleck. So the thing is, and part of the reason why he's my favorite Batman is the Zack Snyder. I kind of really wish
Actually, Thomas,
Please
let me interrupt you for. I know we keep stopping
every
you.
time.
That's
Do you
what I'm
like
saying.
the
That's what I've been
idea
trying to get out of him
this
since
Batman?
before this even happened.
Do you like the idea? Because I feel
Ben
like
Affleck is
we get a lot of like a lot of.
I like his portrayal.
We're told a lot of things. We're told a lot of things, but we don't see.
I genuinely
a
like
lot
his
of these things
portrayal.
for him.
Not only that,
really a
but
lot
what
of
you
implications.
do see of him in the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, and that's my all-time favorite live-action Batman film.
Okay, but how
As
do you
of
feel
right
about
now.
the suit?
I love the suit. I love the
Oh,
suit.
see, I
Wait,
fucking
which suit are we
hate
talking?
the suit.
Wait,
Ah.
which suit are you referring to? Are
Ben,
you
Ben
referring-
Affleck's Robo suit.
Okay,
All of
because
his-
Robo Iron Man.
He wears two suits.
Robo Bad Iron Man.
He wears two suits in that film.
See, I haven't
The-
actually seen him in like the normal suit. I've never even seen him in a normal suit. But I just
The normal
I just,
suit is amazing. I'll
okay,
look it
maybe
up
I
here
should
in a
Google
second and
Okay,
post
hold
it.
on,
But
I'm googling it right now. I'll Google while you keep talking.
the armor played a
Yeah,
purpose.
anyways, yeah.
for, it wasn't just a toy sell thing. It played a purpose.
Oh my god, I hate the
plot
suit
of
now
the
too,
story.
though.
What?
What's with like the gray? Whatever. What is he wearing? Fucking chainmail? What the fuck is this?
No,
Why is it?
it's not.
that looks bad.
It doesn't look armor. It doesn't look like he's got as much armor, and
Pete.
which
Pete,
actually works
talk.
out for him.
Pete, help me. Pete, I don't care if it helps him. Look, what? Like, I don't know.
I love
Thomas,
his suit. I love not only that, but his raw fighting style when he's saving Martha in that film. Oh my god, that is Batman. That is the way he fights. Is just raw. It's brutal. He doesn't care. He stabbed a guy to a wall. He didn't. He let a guy. He threw one guy into another guy. Who was about
Threw
to
one
throw a
guy
grenade
to
at
another
him.
guy into another
Who was about to throw a grenade at him. So both of them died from the grenade. He gave zero fucks. It's a very dark and grungy Batman because he just no bars held. He's done. Criminals don't change. Why am I saving these guys? They just need to end. And it is like a Batman at the end of his rope, at the end of his wit, and just the brutality of his fighting, which is part of the reason why I'm so excited to see the Robert Pattinson film, because from the trailers he is just brutal, and I love it.
That's a whole other conversation. Hold on, I want to say one thing because this is what popped up in my mind. Is literally just the lead up to everything that you're saying. Just sounds like Ben Affleck's sad career going downhill, and it's just a person. It's too close to home.
I mean, maybe.
He's like,
But
this is really a
Zack
metaphor
Snyder-
for my career.
So Zack Snyder, the guy who directed this, also is a comic book writer for Batman.
Okay.
If he had done a Batman solo film without Batman v Superman first, to dig into the ground of who this Batman is, why is he the way he is, that would have been far better than just throwing him in with a Superman film.
Oh yeah. Because they just,
I think that could have helped
this is like a
immensely.
single.
I think that could help immensely.
Like I understand that, like, you know, there were single offs, but it's just you can't just like you can do by different directing and like forming of the movie and the plot, but like, you know,
this whole movie is just a trailer for Justice League. That's all it was.
Yes, but it wasn't
the
really put
scenes with
forward
Batman-
like it was either.
But the scenes with Ben Affleck as he's portraying Bruce Wayne, the one thing, part of the reason why I love this portrayal is because Bruce Wayne is the mask. He is Batman 100% of the time. The way he talks to Alfred, if there is even a 1% chance, we must take it as an absolute certainty. It just everything that he does is Batman. And then when he's out of the bat suit and he's dressed like Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne. When he's supposed to be Bruce Wayne is just the front. It's just a mask. But he still and he's only Bruce Wayne in front of other people. As soon as it's just him, he's back to being.
But bro,
Batman.
you can say the same
And
thing
I
for
love
Christian
it.
Bale.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I feel like you could.
No, you really can't.
Yeah, I
Because-
want to. Yeah,
Why is that? Explain.
Because the only time he's Batman is when he's in the bat suit. When he's, I mean, the way he talks to Alfred and everything else like that, he is Bruce Wayne. He's not Alfred. I mean, he's obviously he's not Alfred. He's not Batman.
No, you're right. He's not Alfred.
He doesn't have that brutality all the time. Whereas with
and you got to remember, okay, so I mean, the Batman you were talking about, he's like, he's washed out. He's depressed. He's
even if you go based
bad
off in the
has
comics,
happened to him already. The Christian Bale Batman isn't in that world yet. He hasn't had that experience yet. We're talking about
the rise of and origin of.
Well, what I'm saying is even even in the comics, he, like, the way he is portrayed as Bruce Wayne is just a front. When he's you have Christian Bale acting as 3 different parts. You have Christian Bale playing as Bruce Wayne. You have him playing as Batman, and then you have him playing as Bruce Wayne as Batman. There's
I was gonna say there's like a mitigator. There's like a I agree. There's like the actual detective comes out. I feel like is what my kind of point is, and there is. So you're backing up my statement though, is that he has more portrayal as well. And I'm not saying any of the other Batman movies really do that very well either. Like they kind of they do it mildly, but I don't know. I mean, like any superhero movie ever, I feel like a lot of the time too, nobody really does that shit, and it's something that really does need to be applied more. Whether it's because, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Ben Affleck movie just because of fucking what it is Ben as Affleck an entirety. Yeah, like, but it's just exactly what we're saying. Like, if there was more character build, like something of the sort, but it's just fucking kind of jumps out of nowhere. And even so, they fucking I don't want to talk about Justice League, but my boy Cyborg over here,
they massacred. They massacred it, which is part of the
computer animating
I'm
things.
so excited to see. I'm so excited to watch the Snyder cut. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to. I'm just waiting for.
I never watched.
I'm just waiting for Linz to have free time because she also wants to watch it too. So we're just waiting to have free time together.
Understandable.
Because it's a 4.5-hour film.
So here's the real thing now, because I really want to have a long.
Real quick.
Yeah. What?
Because I wasn't quite.
I'm sorry. I'm very eager to get to Robert Pattinson. Yeah,
we do.
No,
we do have a habit.
He has at least 5 minutes before I interrupt.
Sorry, Thomas.
Anyway, so here's the thing, right? All the other Batman films, he's introduced and like everyone's like, oh, he's a hero, hell yeah. But when you're introduced to Batfleck for the first time, it is a horror film. So with Batfleck, he's introduced as a villain, as a monster, and he's not a hero. He's a myth. He's something that everyone's like, oh well, I don't exactly believe he's real, but he's like, all these people are being branded by him. And not only that, but like the first scene you see him in, it is horrifying. It is like a good horror film. And him, oh, let me tell you, it was so exciting. I was watching it again last night, and it was so good. It was so good. Just like him crawling along the wall as a police officer is shooting him with a shotgun and is missing him with every shot.
That just sounds like a bad movie.
Fantastic, because he's moving super fast. He's moving really fast. I was
just like, you said he was crawling on the ground and then missing him with every shot. I'm just like, is this guy just a bad shot? What's happening?
He's on the roof. He's clung to the roof, and he's like swinging around on the roof to outmaneuver him, and it is really good. And then right before that, you hear the interrogation scene where he's interrogating somebody to get information, and you could just hear the guy screaming in terror, and you can't hear him because he's like talking, and he uses a voice modulator, a fucking intelligent voice modulator. I don't want to give myself a sore throat.
So I think we should stop having you entail the entire movie to us.
Yes. Okay, thank you. But there's a reason why he's my favorite.
Okay, so actually, let me interject. So we know your favorite. Who's your least favorite?
Oh God, I love him as an actor, but I have to say George Clooney. I'm sorry, George, but
no surprise there.
Batman should never have a credit card.
Robert Pattinson hates
I was very
Twilight movies.
I was very hesitant when I first heard the casting call.
I wanted to cry.
Really?
As soon as I heard that name.
Why?
As soon as I
was-
heard that name. Look at that tall
first,
man.
Like,
So what'd you say?
he's a very skinny and tall man, but like,
but I mean,
I was very hesitant for a different reason.
why is that?
Why? I
Um,
want to know.
you know, I hadn't really seen him in anything other than Twilight.
Okay.
That's on
Then-
you.
So I was very hesitant, and then I
he's
saw
done
the
a
movie
lot
The
of good
Lighthouse.
work.
No, honestly, he really has like recouped himself from that. To be
No, yeah, I
completely
know.
honest.
I 100% agree.
But-
like,
but
I
I-
saw the movie Lighthouse, and oh my god, I was like,
No,
yes.
no, that movie can go fuck
Yes.
itself. No, that
I
movie
fucking
can go
love that
fuck
film.
itself. I
It's a
literally
great
cannot get
movie.
through the fucking movie. It's so fucking weird.
It is a weird film.
I don't
but
want. Okay,
it's
I literally
really
watched
good.
until the seagull scene, and then I was like, okay, cool. I got what I wanted out of this movie. I'm out.
You missed the best part of the movie where he kind of
Not seagull
like,
scene. That's all I want.
he does it with the mermaid. You forgot.
No,
that.
no, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see Green Goblin and Batman. Fucking mermaid. Okay, thank you, thank you very much.
We
Okay,
can argue
but-
about farts,
but like, but I do have to say, like, as a character, he's an incredibly humorous individual. I found out before this podcast that apparently after the Twilight series, he was getting stalked by some chick, and he accepted to take her out to dinner, and he the entire time during dinner just sat there and complained as much as he possibly could, and she stopped following him. And I think that is the most genuine, adorable thing that I've ever seen.
Adorable.
agree.
Adorable, maybe creepy and weird and awkward, but you know, I guess I wouldn't really invite my stalker to dinner, so. But like, it's the same thing, like even with the leading up of the casting. So this is something that I heard as well through a news article, and there's like a lot of quoting of Robert Pattinson, but that they're pretty much in like a lockdown situation because of COVID, still trying to film the movie. And a lot of people didn't fucking yeah, he's just barely walking around the set, by the way, pretty consistently, just walking around with a Batman suit. But he, like, everybody wanted this like dark kind of noir-y kind of feel because, you know, Batman. But literally nobody in the crew knew that like fucking Batman is a detective. And they were like, oh, that's perfect for the movie. Let's make him more like a detective. Perfect. And I just wanted
That
to
hurts.
absolutely.
That
yeah,
hurts.
no, that's why I don't want to watch the movie. But at the same time, I'm like, okay. But because the unfortunate thing is that's already trying harder than like half the people putting out movies right now.
Yeah.
And then that's
Yeah.
so
And
fucking
the other
sad.
thing is like if you look at all the other live action Batman films, it's no wonder why nobody realizes that he's the world's greatest detective because he never
'Cause,
does
yeah,
any fucking detective.
Batman, the bats.
Well, there is one that does, but I'm not going
Alfred.
to get into it. There is one that actually does detective work, and you see it in the films. I will not talk about it though.
Wait,
Why
why?
not?
What do you? Yeah, you have to talk about it.
Ben Affleck.
Oh, I see. I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, so I don't want to.
Like
Yeah,
I said,
there's
like
a
I said,
lot of
I've
detective
rejected.
stuff
It's like I blacked out a time period for DC. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it's no wonder why a lot of people forget that he's the world's greatest detective and intellect. Like his superpower is his intelligence, and
Yeah, that shit is
just
never
a lot
ever
of people
shown.
tend to forget that. Yeah, like. I mean, he also is a human, so he's very prone to mistakes.
Yeah, but you say this too.
um,
But one thing actually that my first put off really with Robert Pattinson is the first thing that I saw was long grungy hair, white ass man, and just like this skinny, like he just doesn't fill the outfit, and it's just not fitting to me personally. Like I wish that if they were going with like an LA noir kind of like feel, that they would have made it like before the suit, you know what I'm saying? Or like early suit or some shit, that it wasn't just this bulky piece of shit that he's putting on.
I was gonna say, I feel like people said the same thing about Heath Ledger, right?
Yeah, I mean, people said the same thing about
Yes.
fucking Christian
Keaton,
Bale
too.
too. Yeah,
Michael Keaton too.
But that's
Although-
exactly what we're saying too. Like the transference of that character to reality is just like, I just want somebody just to do like a lighter like armor variant almost for like a live action. You know what I'm saying? Like even
do you know what his
I
suit
hate to
reminds
say
me of?
this. I'm sorry, I'm cutting you off. I hate to say this, but even like this weird gray Batman suit of Ben Affleck is like, it's still like not super bulky. He's just a big kind of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
like
he really
like
is.
that. I hate that I'm saying this, but I like the suit better on him probably than I have anybody else. And I said earlier that I fucking hate the suit and I want to cry. But if we're talking about like in comparison even to just any live action, it's just really nobody else fills out a suit because it's just plastic and foam and shit.
Yeah, but his suit, right? Robert Pattinson's suit is very reminiscent of the Gaslight of Batman by Gaslight suit, and that's a very detective note, but with a little bit more armor. So it's a very well done. I think it's a very well done suit. I like the suit. It's very stitched. It's Batman Year 2. He's still learning everything, and
that's what I'm curious
very excited
about.
to see it.
That's what I want to. That's what I kind of the only reason why I want to see it, because it is like quote unquote early, but we kind of have had this conversation earlier too, because it is that I'm hoping that they don't have to like be like, oh no, my parents died, and relive the whole fucking pearl like necklace beads falling on the ground.
That's the whole point of it being year 2, though, right? It's like we're just gonna skip that, kind of like we did with.
I'm hoping that they will actually, instead of still just like have him like maybe halfway through the show or something be like, oh, flashback, pearls fall on floor, like, you know what I'm saying, like that'll be fine. Flashback. Like I find it with like a 2-second of him just be like, oh, the mental pain, PTSD, my parents.
Right.
Like,
I 100% agree. Like I hope they give it the the Spider-Man treatment.
Like I'm fine with like that, but if they're like remember when Batman was created, dun dun dun, not little.
Or just like give us memories of something other than the death of his parents, like him remembering sitting down and chatting with his parents or something, or along those lines, where you get some kind of flashback of life other than the death of his parents. Like we get like that's the main focus of him, but why is that the main focus? Why did he like? I get it, you love your parents, but like
fucking come on.
Why do you love your parents?
Take off the mask.
Take off the mask, man. Okay.
Oh man, right now I'm seriously just looking at all the Ben Affleck suits for whatever reason right now. You know, you take it as you want.
Like, Ed, what are you doing later?
Take it as you will.
Ed, are you just gonna be looking up?
Good comeback.
Going to bed.
Ed, are you just gonna look up Ben Affleck suits later in bed?
No.
I hear the lies.
I won't.
Don't check his suit.
Yeah. All caps, Ben Affleck, Batman suit. Crotch shots.
Bat nips.
No, yeah, then you'd be watching George Clooney, honestly.
Well, I mean, I did pop a question, at least in my mind. Let me put it
Pop
out
your
in
question,
the universe
Daddy.
here. If you had a choice of villains that you would want him to be in a film, that you have yet to see either as a combination or as yet to be actually on screen with him, who would you want to be your villain or your villains? Because there's some, I mean, there are some combinations that you could throw on.
Pete, you should go first.
No, I want Thomas to go first.
Oh, you want me to go?
Because honestly,
Okay,
I don't really know. Like I said, I'm not a.
You're the most familiar with the material.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not a huge DC fan. If we were talking about like Spider-Man universe or some shit, I'd be like, well, actually, if you like, you know, you feel me?
The mood of the new movie seems like it's going to be where it's really real world, dark and gritty, and almost like a horror style film, but with the detective noir. Because it's very reminiscent just from the trailers of Seven. The movie 7.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
Yeah, so it's like, if they're going in that sense, I would love to see him go up against the ventriloquist, as well as...
I don't know who that is.
So the
I feel like you could
ventriloquist...
just like say a profession and it's a villain.
It's a,
the angry electrician. Sorry.
So the ventriloquist is essentially a mobster who happened like... So the ventriloquist doll itself is possessed by like the spirit of a monster.
No, honestly, I honestly recall this from
I know who that is.
TV show, and I remember him fucking with
He
Robin.
He went by a different name though.
I agree.
Yeah, he went by a different name.
Yeah.
I
so
secretly
with
want to say
him,
like, yeah. Sorry, continue.
I think if he teamed up with either Scarecrow or the Mad Hatter,
I forgot about that.
Oh my
Actually.
god. Oh my god. Even one with Clayface would actually be really cool because then like he's constantly transforming. But like imagine a detective noir where he's trying to find the killer, but the killer is constantly morphing into other people. That would be pretty fucking dope.
Is that what ventriloquist does? I'm confused.
No, that would be Clayface.
Oh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
But or if
because I always think of like the big motherfucker, right? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
but
big
he
guy.
he can transform. There's an episode in
that.
the Batman series where he transforms into a he doesn't actually transform into a little girl. Yeah, like part of him that was left over transforms into a little girl. And Robin gets attached, and he's trying to find her. He's trying to like find her. I forget the plot.
I just
the
like
plot to
because
it.
even like Teen Titans,
But
it's
yeah.
like they always comes out and they're just like, no, he's asleep now, or is that a different guy? It's not. And am I just like crossing universes? Okay.
I think you might be crossing.
You might be
universes.
crossing
I'm gonna shut up
universes.
I don't remember Clayface ever being in Teen Titans.
But if they did Scarecrow with anybody, if you do it right, would just be horrifying and be a great horror film.
I feel like it also depends what kind of movie you're going for too, right? Like, are you going for like a much more grounded movie, or are we going for like a very like fantasy-esque movie?
Well,
That's true.
even in a grounded film, I mean, Scarecrow, he has fear toxin, so you're always going to
well,
hallucinate.
he fits. No, I feel like Scarecrow fits, but I feel like in other movies, depending on like the kind of character you have, they might not fit in a
With-
grounded reality. Scarecrow absolutely fits. He's already been in one
I
before.
suppose you're right with that, but I mean, if you do, okay, how about this one, Scarecrow and Mad Hatter?
I actually liked your idea of Scarecrow and
Ventriloquist?
Clayface.
Oh, and Clayface. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that would just be hysterical.
thought that
That'd be not hysterical.
cool.
That would be horrifying as well, you know. But those would, I mean,
I don't
that
really
would be my
care
dream team, I suppose.
for much of the villains aside from Joker and old Harley Quinn, because that was like a awkward little relationship. But it's really
the abusive relationship they had.
really about the fucking Robins. Like I would love
Oh my god,
a Dick
yes.
Grayson movie. You know what I'm saying? I want a little bit
Yeah.
of Nightwing in my life.
That would actually be really
I
good.
think I think I'd go the other way around. I'd go with what you said earlier, and like or with your favorite series. I'd go with Batman Beyond.
Honestly, I would have to say Batman Beyond had like a lot more interesting enemies because it was more of just like
Tech.
the public like was just kind of like the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a lot of like really random common enemies, but like I don't know. I mean, he's also going with like villains. I feel like I think I said this earlier, but I think instead of like I really want to have a Nightwing spinoff, but I think in technicality, I think I would really like a Red Hood like Joker, because like that's really like those are like the two guys that kind of go together.
That
But
would
I
be
feel
amazing.
like Red Hood's not really a hero. He's more of like become this like aggressive, like much more of like
Anti-hero.
a vigilante, much more than yeah. But like
Anti-hero.
just much more aggressive than Batman. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that is like what could have been like a good. Well, I mean, he could have been like the perfect like 2.0. He could have been the next perfect like follow up. Because I feel like just having like his outfit is just kind of nice and OP. I don't know.
Dope. Yeah, he's got really cool gear.
Because classically, it's like the leather jacket, like the fucking straight helmet.
Screw my idea. I'm 150% in with what you're saying. A Red Hood Joker movie would be
Because
amazing.
it's like
hands
because it's like
down.
going off of like the entire reason that he is him is because of Joker. I've always kind of wanted just like a second rendition. You know what I'm saying? Like a what would happen later on down the road if they were both stuck in a room. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh yeah.
like even actually in the Samurai Batman movie, the Ninja whatever the fuck movie, you know what I'm saying, the animated thing, like there was actually a really badass part that like Red Hood is just like one of the wandering like Ronin samurai with the big ass basket hats, and he just like happens to see a dude that kind of looks like Joker, and he just goes fucking balls out, dude, and like fucking whips this dude's ass. And like somebody else has, like one of the other homies has to be like, no, dude, let's go, let's get the fuck out of here. What are your thoughts, Pete?
Could you guys see another like a Two-Face iteration?
I would love that, honestly,
I mean, I can see it. I mean,
because
I'm down for any kind of.
even that could go so much more Jekyll and Hyde.
if it's done right.
I feel like they could have taken that to a much more monstrous level. Like, even just like, because it's like much more fun to be like, oh, hi, how are you today? Don't fucking talk to him. Like,
Harvey's not here anymore.
I don't know why this triggered in my brain. It'd be really funny if there was like a flamboyant Harvey Dent.
No.
Just, and then the other side just it's like, I'm here.
Isn't that kind of like how? Isn't that kind of how it was played in Joe Schumacher movie?
He was very flamboyant, actually. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like that, but just take it to like a little bit more of a higher level, because I feel like that side was really nice, but there wasn't really much of a dark side to it. It was just more of like a deep voice, and that was it.
I'm trying to think who else like would fit in the Rogues Gallery would fit like in a grounded movie, because I think that's still what I want. I still want like more grounded in reality kind of movie. That's the kind of Batman I enjoy myself. Nothing like too fantastical. Like I'm trying to think of an idea where they can incorporate.
I'm gonna share some things here.
Mr. Freeze again, Dr. Freeze, Mr. Freeze.
But I really, really would like a follow-up Mr. Freeze. You know what I'm saying? Because even in like the old Batman, I feel like the motherfucker just had like the best like background like story and everything. Like even Joker was just like, I fell in a vat. This sucks now. He was like a magician, and then he like went to rob a bank, and like Batman chased him in like a chemical plant, and he like dropped in a vat, kind of shit. But like,
what? That's
what?
not even, that's not his story.
There's like a whole movie about it. It's like an animated movie about it, unless it's a different. I mean, there is different canon. Google it.
The one I remember is completely different. He wasn't. He was a comedian. He was a failed comedian, stand-up comedian.
Yeah, but where's
the mob hired because he used to work at Ace Chemicals, and the mob hired him.
Okay.
The Killing Joke. I mean, it's close. It's very close, but I'm gonna say, man, I'm excited for the Robert Pattinson film that's coming out. Yeah. By the time this releases, it'll be
oddly enough
around the time the movie releases. So I'm overly excited.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'll wait till I can watch it for free on Disney Plus and like. Oh well, I guess wait.
Disney Plus? What?
I was gonna say, wait, who actually owns this? I
it's
like instinctively
Batman.
just wanted to say that, but because everything is just Disney.
Definitely not Disney.
Oh my god!
I feel really
it just hit me. So it's Warner Brothers,
okay, so it'll be on HBO.
Who also owns HBO. But here's the thing. Discovery's on purchased purchased Warner Brothers. Discovery, right? But Discovery has purchased Warner Brothers, so they not only own Discovery and HDTV, but they also own all of the Warner Brothers stuff. So they own like Scooby-Doo, they own all of the DC universe, and they also own HBO. So I'm very curious to see what Discovery has to do, what they're gonna do with the Batman character, and well, not just Batman, but DC in general. And just how smart, because they're very smart financially with the way they've been doing been doing their spendings recently. So it's like very curious to see what a new owner is going to, if they're just going to let everyone keep doing what they're doing, or if they're going to step in and be like, no, you're doing it wrong and you do this. I'm very curious.
Like I said, like I'll watch the movie at some point, but it's like same thing. Like,
yeah, I'm not excited for it.
I watch Peacekeeper, but it's like yeah, it's funny, but I'm also like not trying to watch a fucking funny superhero show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it's funny, it's cool, but it's just not.
Technically, he's not a
superhero. What? Maybe when it's out, because I remember like when Spider-Man No Way Home was coming out, I was kind of like feeling indifferent towards it. But then literally the week it came out, I'm like, oh shit, I think I kind of want to watch it now. But like before that, I just felt so indifferent to it. So maybe I'll feel this way.
It's
like
a trust issue with me personally with DC. Like I liked DC for the longest time. But honestly, they did the boy wrong on season 8 of Teen Titans. You want to know why? Because there's no season 8 of Teen Titans. Fuck you.
There's Teen Titans Go.
I hate to say that I've actually watched a lot of it.
Oh,
I hate myself for it. And there's weirdly, well, hold on, because they have so many rights to so many things, they can make so many references. So it's like funny because it's like a shit ton of references, but it's clearly for like the adults with kids that want them to get into Teen Titans, or like into like that kind of category, because the little kids are like, oh, goofy dumb motherfuckers singing stupid shit, and then the other people are like, oh my god, is that fucking Doomsday in the background? Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Like, I was like, why is Doomsday singing a song with the Teen Titans? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like random shit because they have Hanna-Barbera.
What?
Or not Hanna-Barbera. Like, they just have like so many collective, so much collective ability to make references to so many things. So it's just like, they just fucking do it every fucking episode as much as they possibly can. But I can't say that I really necessarily enjoyed moments of this. This is more of like, I need stupid shit to be on to like keep my brain alive. Like when I watch Bar Rescue for like 18 hours straight. That's the mentality I'm in.
Fair enough. I mean, that's my mentality all the time, to be completely honest. I cannot work unless
just a sound
I have something going on.
Doesn't matter
in
if
my
it's
ear.
entertaining or not.
Derek, how's your Age of Empires game going?
The videos I was debating, but I did almost open Fallout to continue my 120 plus hour journey.
Fair enough.
I need help.
Oh jeez.
I haven't played like 70 hours of Ark in the past like week. That's stupid. Why would I do that? I never played a video game. Oh yeah, how's Destiny?
How's Destiny, Thomas?
Oh, it is amazing. It's amazing. I freaking love it. It is probably actually the best DLC, best story campaign that's actually come out of Destiny.
But why?
Even including the Taken King.
You always explain that things.
Yeah, I was about to say
all
why.
of it.
What about
It is
it?
the best DLC. The story is incredible. It has a lot of different implications for the future.
I hate everything that's being said.
And the weapons are really good. The gameplay is fantastic. The new location is just a lot of fun, and I'm blown away. And a lot of the things that I was hoping would happen kind of happened. I'm really happy about that. So
are you playing with Elizabeth's friends?
Good.
But I didn't
we actually got
this. I regret.
You should always expect this with Destiny. Are you working?
Please don't touch.
Are you working? Listen to us in the background.
God, why are you saying these things?
Are you cleaning your house? It makes it far more enjoyable.
Hey,
let's do this. I never said that. What? No,
Adam.
No.
Yeah.
Why are you putting words in my mouth? Come join the herd.
Are you ready to
He's touching himself to.
Come join the herd.
He's touching himself to bat nipples.
No! Fucking